Well, it's certainly going to be a factor in international security in the future, because it's only a few months ago that the acrimony between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un was to the extent that there were real fears of some sort of limited nuclear strike on Pyongyang and a probable war on the Korean Peninsula as a result. Now, the fact they've got to the stage of having a summit means, obviously, for now at least, those fears have evaporated. But if things go horribly wrong, then yes, there would be concerns for the future, because as we've been hearing, these are two very unpredictable leaders. But the fact they are here means that the will is there to do a deal. We'll just have to see if it's achievable.
And it will be historic whether a deal is reached or not, won't it? Simply because the fact that the leaders of the two countries, as you mentioned in your report, have never met before, ever since the Korean Peninsula was divided. And there is there not a feeling that Kim Jong-un is doing something that has never happened in his country before? There are other indications as well, recently restructuring the top brass in his military, announcing that he's going to travel to Russia later in the year. He'd never been to any other country outside of North Korea than China, and now here he is in Singapore and soon going to Russia.
Well, you're absolutely right, Adnan. This is a very different type of North Korean leader than that we've known in the past, and that was expected from him. He's a very young man, don't forget. It's clear that he's trying to bring about change in North Korea, this very secretive regime. It's believed that he wants to improve the economic condition of his people. What we don't know is whether he's negotiating here from what he believes is a position of strength, now that North Korea has this nuclear arsenal, or whether it is really a position of weakness, that the sanctions being imposed on North Korea are really hurting the regime and undermining his rule. That's the unknowable factor about all this, with such a secretive regime. But he certainly is playing it with a very straight face, and he is certainly saying it's from a position of strength, but it's clear that he wants something to happen. It's Kim who's been leading this, don't forget. It's him who made the overture to South Korea and the overture to Trump via South Korea, that he wanted a meeting, and it's to that that Trump's responded. So certainly North Korea have got some sort of agenda. We don't know what it is. Donald Trump has been more reactive through all this, and of course we really don't know what he's prepared to accept at the end of the day. He says he'll know within the first minute whether a deal with Kim Jong is possible. As you say, they've only got 5 hours maximum to thrash something out.